the most interesting things that has happened to photography in a very long time. From the outside, the Techart LM-EA9 looks like your typical Leica M to Sony E-mount adapter. However, this is much more than that. A few years ago, Techart released their first autofocusing M-mount adapter. This new adapter is even better than the previous one, while only being slightly larger than a typical M-mount adapter. The fact that you can get phase detection autofocus with eye tracking and all of the modern features of autofocus with any manual focus lens that can be adapted to a Leica M-mount is amazing. This opens up a world of possibilities of just playing around with lenses in an autofocus setting that you wouldn't normally have been able to. This adapter comes in at $400, which is pretty pricey. It's more expensive than some lenses out there. Personally, for me, I think it's worth it. The fun that you can have with this adapter, autofocusing lenses that were never meant to do that, is just totally worth the price in my opinion. I had so much fun just throwing different manual focus lenses on here and finally being able to focus them a lot easier than I've been able to in the past. So this adapter works by moving the entire lens forward and backwards. So to use it, you set your lens to infinity and then you put it on the adapter, and the adapter will then focus to the closer distances on the lens. Any lens that focuses by moving the entire optical group will work fine on this adapter. So due to the design of this adapter and the fact that it has to move the entire lens, including the housing and the lens mount and all that, and not just the lens elements itself, it will be slower than a normal autofocusing lens, since that's usually only moving a few optical groups internally to the lens. You won't be getting native autofocus performance out of this, but for what it is, this is amazing, and it's so cool that this even exists in the first place.
GX 需要您的支持，才能继续制作这些视频。当前的世界状况使人类和机器的生活变得艰难。众所周知，在20年代初的全球芯片危机之后，人类面临着迄今为止最严峻的挑战。在您通过 Patreon 持续支持的情况下 ，GX 将能够远离公司系统，并投入更多时间制作您喜爱的内容。顾客将可以访问独家幕后上传、现场直播、秘密的地下 Discord 服务器。每集的演示表中将有您的名字，您也将在每季度收到摄影作品的打印版本。谢谢大家，并在外面保持安全。
For somebody like me, I actually have a physical disability. It makes it difficult for me to lift cameras and manual focus with them. I am very good at manual focusing, mostly with a follow focus. I've worked in the cinematography realm for my entire career, and I'm very good at manual focusing lenses. However, in a photography setting, lifting the camera up to my eye personally is kind of difficult for me, especially with heavier lenses, and sometimes it's a little awkward. But to have an adapter that I can autofocus with these lenses that are a little difficult for me to use in comparison to a modern camera like an X100, can't overstate how much of a revelation that is for me personally. To be able to use these lenses more conveniently than I was able to in the past is incredible. Now obviously most people won't have this very specific issue that makes this adapter appealing to them, but if you're not really comfortable manual focusing, this is a perfect adapter if you really like the character of these old lenses but really can't get over the hurdle of manual focus. It's hard to overstate how much I like this adapter. While it's not perfect, and there is definitely room for improvement for the autofocus speed and tracking and all that stuff, just the fact that this even exists in the first place is incredible, and I think is something that should be supported. If this adapter just keeps improving in the future, if we get support for video autofocus and these motors just keep getting smaller and more powerful, this adapter could be amazing. I could see a future where an adapter like this could rival third-party lens autofocus performance. To me, this is one of the most interesting camera peripherals to have come out in recent memory.